You know what I'm about to say, right? Let's head back to Kentucky. Alright guys, welcome back to Bottled and Bond. Today, we are headed back to Kentucky, the birthplace of bourbon. That's a freaking lie, I don't know. But anyways, we're going back to Jim Beam. I know we've done Basil Hayden's already. I've been trying to stray away from Jim as much as possible, but you know what? Some of the products they have is pretty good, and I still do visit it from time to time. So let's head back to Jim Beam and visit their Devil's Cut. Bam! So this is what I'll say about Jim Beam Devil's Cut. Had it a long time ago, and we're here to revisit it. Jim Beam Devil's Cut is coming in at 90 proof, so almost like one of the Knob Creeks that's out there. I'm expecting a very charred, spicy, robust flavor when it comes to the Devil's Cut. Now this is what they mean about Devil's Cut. When a whiskey ages in the barrel, that portion that is given out, that is evaporating, they consider that the angel shares. Now, the thing about it though, anything that seeps into the wood nice and deep like, usually sticks there for a long time. Now what they do is, according to them, they're grabbing a typical 6-year aged bourbon and they're dumping it for later use for blending with whatever they got going on. Now with those barrels, those 6-year barrels, they're using some type of mechanical saturation to get into that wood and pretty much make it sweat to dump out those spirits that went into the wood. I know we've spoken about it in the past, but everything that seeps in, just like you see that line and it tells you how deep that whiskey went in there, that's what they mean by Devil's Cut. All of that went in there, then they use that mechanical agitation to sweat all that whiskey out, hence making it the Devil's Cut. There isn't necessarily an age statement because it's a supposed 6-year that they're dumping. We are pretty much telling ourselves that it's probably a 6-year whiskey. They don't necessarily have to say how old it is as long as it is above 4-year. Their mash bill is not quite there as well. All of Jim Beam's mash bills tend to be a typical 75% corn, 13% rye, and 12% malted barley. Nonetheless, I'm excited. Let's open it up. It's a cap. So we know it's a 6-year. They suppose it's a 6-year. We have a clear understanding of the mash bill. We know that they're stating that this is coming straight from the wood, making it the Devil's Cut. Can we prove any of that? No, we cannot. To the nose, once again, sweet, vanilla this time, a little buttery, feels like it's very oily, honey, woody, charred, not too spicy like I was expecting. Little coffee or a toffee note maybe. You know, I don't know, maybe it's true. A lot of the charness and the woodiness, the oakiness is really coming out on this one. It's very light colored though. It's not too spicy to the nose, maybe it will be to the palate. So I'm not expecting a big robust flavor spice now that I've gotten the nosing out of the way. It's like, you know what? It's actually pretty good. This is a cheap bottle. You can get Devil's Cut for maybe 20 bucks, depending on where you're at, maybe 20 something. So it's not anything expensive. As soon as you put it on your palate, your tongue is engulfed with sweetness. And it's not brown sugar sweetness, maybe it is. To me, it's just a regular sugar sweetness. And then once you sip it, and you do get a little bit of a spice, but it's not a kick. It's a mellow spice that almost lasts a couple seconds. It's mid-palate, so it doesn't linger towards the end. Very easy to drink. You get those honey flavors. It's a lot more of a honey flavor. Like I said, even though there's the woody, oaky charness to the nose, there's not that much spice to the nose. And on the palate, there's not that much spice either. Very easy to drink. mellow, light bodied whiskey. Not gonna lie, it's pretty good. Look at the legs on that thing. It's got some pretty long legs. Very underrated and underpriced, man. For a bargain bourbon, this is definitely one to keep stocked. Definitely one to have and go through. You know, don't just let it sit there and think it's something special. It's cheap price, so definitely hit this one up for all of you bourbon connoisseurs out there that want to try some good whiskey. For the price, it is phenomenal. Very sweet on the nose, sweet on the palate, not so much spice, easy to drink, mellow, light body, very, very, very small hints of char, woody, oaky, and just all around delicious. Way to go, James Beam. Great job. And great job, Jim Beam. It's my approval. If you guys have any other suggestions of what I should be sampling next on Bottled and Bond, go ahead and leave me a comment. Let me know. Shoot me a private message. For those of you guys on my Facebook, Instagram, all that, just let me know, guys. Some of you guys do throw out some stuff, and it's very interesting. And I am on the market for a couple things. But continue to throw out those suggestions so that you guys see content that you actually want to see here on Bottled and Bond. I'm Ozzy. This is Jim Beam, the Devil's Cut. And this is Bottled and Bond. Cheers.